Alright guys, welcome back. We're back today with a 25 Galakrond's Fall, first video in a while. This video was actually recorded before the Unholy buffs a few weeks ago, so we'll be doing more damage now than we were in this video, which is great. Start of the pack, or pull here, I messed up a little bit, I believe. Pretty sure I slammed I slam a flask instead of an Invis pot, and I was like, huh, why am I not Invis? So, don't do that. We'll fast forward a little bit here so we can get to me actually Invis potting and skip right through this. So, see you in a second. Alright guys, now we're back. Let's pull. So we go ahead and pull this first pack right into boss. It's Fortified, not Tyrannical, so not really too worried about that. Pull everything together with boss. We'll lust, pop every single button we have, pop damage pots, and then just start our normal rotation here. Watch out for these sand stops. Tyrannicals, try to get them close together. The room gets filled up pretty quick when you get up to high keys, since the boss lives for a long time, but it's only fortified, so I'm not too worried about it. It is a storming week and bursting. Two things DKs are actually very good at. Storming, you can death advance through them, you won't get knocked up, and you'll make them disappear. So try to clear stormings as much as you can with death advance throughout the dungeon. And then if you don't already know, if you pre-AMS bursting, you won't get any of the stacks on you. So that's just a nice little thing you can do to help your healer out, just pre-AMSing whenever a bursting's coming through. Sorry, adjusting my mic there in real time. Besides that, this boss, there's not too much to talk about. That's why I'm talking about affixes. He's quite easy. You're just dropping puddles, and then dropping puddles again, and then running into Sokal Puddle. It's very, very simple. Couple Rippers still alive, but we're just cleaving them down because we're not really too worried about them. All they do is go Beyblade mode, just dodge them and you're fine. We're kind of just prio damaging the boss. Although there are 3 people still alive, so it looks like we are still hitting epidemics at this point. A little bit of cleave, but focus them down, and now we're just back on the boss. Boss is already at 30% HP. We love fortified weeks, guys. We hate those Tyrannicals. But yeah, this boss should be dead pretty soon here. 25%, we're still going to pop our 45-second cooldowns and send those, of course. Still a lot of boss health left. Another stop. You can also see here, what is this? This is a 25 fortified. These are the rooms like already half full, even on a fortified, so Tyrannical, that fills up pretty quick. Some leaps going out here. We'll just drop these. Wait. Run. Make sure someone soaks those. Usually my tank Sophilus is soaking those, so you don't have to worry about them too much, but I always run over there just in case. And then, again, this boss is already dead. Quick boss right there on, like, what is that, like 2 minutes? Since we spent like a minute and a half of me at the beginning being an idiot. And then we're gonna run this. Oh, actually, I'm turning this light on. Ooh, that's real bright action, never mind. Alright, we're back. Coming into, so this area, hardest hitting area in the dungeon, I would say, definitely on fortified weeks, probably. A lot of stops, a lot of things you can't stop, a lot of things you can AMS though and help your healer out with. Chrono bursts, just be careful, get out of the way of those. We pop everything right here, 2 minutes 45s. Everything we have up. I believe I end up popping our minute and a half here as well. You saw when I got that on me. Hit when I get the sands on me, hit that AMS, even hit that Icebound, because again, it's a fortified week. This area really, really, really hurts. You're going to be helping your healer out as much as possible, popping your defensives in order to live, kicking volleys as well as just kicking infinite bolts, because both of those really, really hurt. So yeah, do as much as you can to help your healer out here. Use your Icebound, your AMS, your Lichborn, use your health pots, use your death strikes, and make sure you're on top of kicks and stops in this area for as much as you can be. Especially here, when this anomaly, if it rips off 2 blooms, one's on a DPS, the healer doesn't get it, it's gonna hurt. No bloom there, I got a sands though, so we AMS this. Looks like that's all we do. AMS is usually enough for pretty much any magic debuff put on you, those sands being one of them. So you really don't need to overlap that much if you have AMS up. I got knocked up and my life flashed before my eyes right there. You saw me panic, hit a Lichborn because there was a storming and then a sand swirling right underneath me. But we lived. Because we're big, we're tanky, we're Death Knights. Some more leeches. Pick those enervates. My god. If those cast at all on a Fortified, you're dead. Enervate right there. Our tank got it, as you see. Bloom's going out. I think I got a Bloom. Yeah, I got a Bloom here. Look how quickly that rips through the AMS. I think I even health potted there. I did, yeah. But you saw how much that was doing on the recap per tick. Like I said, that stuff kills on Fortified weeks, guys. So you gotta be... either your healer has to be on top of it, or you have to press more than AMS, which I didn't have anything besides AMS. I AMS'd and health potted, and still died through it, so... a lot of damage from those Blooms. We get back and we get knocked up because we're bad at the game. And we get knocked up again. I have Death Advance up too. This is crazy. All time showing right here. Another knock up. Do I die? Nope, I AMS. Okay. I forgot if I died there or not as well. There were some Death Strikes thrown in there to help heal though. Enervate getting out. Healer or tank kicked. I blinded. I think nothing there, so that was a bad blind. And then I just had no defensives. Dead. So if you... the problem with this area is if you start dying and people are running back, just you chain die. It's a tough area, guys. Definitely the most dangerous area. And this sucked right here because he was just right there and I just had to stand here because he had the circle on him. And then I got an interval on me, of course. I got back and got killed by the Innervate, guys. Your interval, not a good showing. But don't worry, this is the roughest part of the dungeon. After this, it's pretty smooth sailing. It was just a little scuffed at the beginning here because people were kind of stagger dying. So when people are staggered in this area, like I said, it's really tough. Oh, even right here, I get this thing on me. I'm like, well, hopefully this AMS. Oh, he cocooned me actually. I AMS'd and got a cocooned in order to live that. And our healer almost dies again just from existing right there. So yeah, if you stagger deaths there, it gets really, really rough really quick. But like I said, the rest of the dungeon's clean after this. So we got through the hardest part. Yay. Decent pull here. We pop 45s. I think we end up saving our minute and a halves for boss at this point. I don't think I popped them right here. No, I shouldn't because the pack's like 50% dead by the time I even get them up, so we're just gonna come in here and cleave. I got sands on me. That wasn't a death strike. I'm just getting healed. Oh no, I death strike right there. There we go. Looks like I was saving all my defensives for boss, which I guess smart because the pack was almost dead. Just have one leech left that got pulled in late, unfortunately, so we have to single target this guy down right before boss. Little Hodge going out to stop any enervates coming at the end of the pull. And that's it. Going into this boss, again, another strong DK boss because AMS can just eat. Well, it can eat if a circle gets out and you have to run through it, or when they just come out, you AMS them. And we have 3-4 defensives at the Death Knight, so you should always have a defensive up for when a circle blast goes out. I forget what it's even called. What is it called? Chronofade, sorry. If you don't know circle tech as a melee, just get right behind them and run behind them like this. Just run counterclockwise with the circles, and you never even have to worry about this mechanic at all. A little bit of tech some friends didn't know, but now you do. Really easy. Chronofaded, if you don't know as well, if you're standing still when it goes off, usually if you're standing still when it goes off, you don't take any damage. But he must have renewed that because we both got dispelled at the exact same time and blew up. That's the only thing that could have happened there because our timers weren't expiring, so he must have accidentally renewed or something, and we got blown up. But usually you can just pop a defensive and you'll be fine there. You'll see right here I'm standing still. I pop AMZ or AMS to absorb the other guys. 1 second left, stand still. Don't take any damage from it. So, nice little tip right there. Stand still when it gets dispelled, you won't take damage from your own. Yours is up, we'll grab him. And then circle tech, stay next to the circles, go counterclockwise. And you'll always dodge every single circle in the entire world. This works really well for melee. Obviously ranged, you have a different story, but I'm a Death Knight main, so I'm sticking in melee. Let's see, what do we press here? We popped an Icebound here. So like I said, always make sure to rotate a defensive when this stuff's going out. And you should live everyone. Unless you get MD'd or renewaled and you just explode. Because neither of us were ready. Neither of us were standing still for it. So we were both moving, so we both took both ticks from both Chronofades going out. So it was just a mess. Bad Death Knight. I have a Death Advance, so I should be clearing some of those close stormings. Again, AMSing those. AMS could eat basically both Chrono Fades. Looks like it expired right at the end there, so didn't eat that one. Obviously stand in the dark for damage reduction when you don't have the Chrono Fade buff on you, so you don't have to move to the other zone. And that's pretty much all the tips we got for this boss. Again, not a bad boss. As long as you rotate your defensives, don't get double dispelled, it's a really easy boss. Ooh, low durability. Uh-oh. Hopefully I'll mount up soon and fix that. Looks like we had to pull a couple more leeches because we were short a little percent. Unfortunately, it looks like our Demon Hunter went through. What did we pop here? We popped 2 minutes and 45 seconds, it looks like. Yeah, Slappy Hands is up. Got Enervate. And then we're just 3-target cleaving down. Our Defile's about to run out. Drop that down, renew the 8% mastery stack that we got from that. And continue keeping our Platebringer up. That's pretty much all there is here. And then we're just obviously spamming a billion epidemics. 45 seconds up again. Hit those. Should hit my 2 minutes, or 1.5 minutes. Our Demon Hunter is back, so I guess I held them. Probably should have hit the 1.5 minutes there, honestly. It also looks like I'm still using Might of the Ocean here. I've been trying out using Mirror instead of Might of the Ocean in high, at least Tyrannical Keys and high Tyrannical Keys I have been, because we kind of need it for bosses, for boss damage. It's felt good. I don't know if Mirror is better than Might of the Ocean overall. I think it's kind of a feely craft thing. The numbers, they're like within 1,000 DPS of each other on a dungeon slice sim. So Might of the Ocean versus Mirror, it's kind of up to you. Right here, if you don't know, you can skip this dragon. If you all run at the exact same time and hug the right side, you can just run right by him. He doesn't spawn until someone moves. So we did a little pull timer right there, and we sneak by right here on the right. So nice little skip strat for you if you didn't know that existed. And then onto the back half of the dungeon. I got my yak here because I saw my durability weaker just screaming at me in the face that you suck and you've died. And then just running an RP. Dawn of the Infinite in a nutshell. Fall's not as bad as Rise, but this run right here is the biggest RP part of the dungeon. Twirly, and into these guys. These guys are big dragons. I believe we double pull and lust this. We do lust, cool. And you see we pop everything in the world. I got my Plaguebringer up and my Defile up very late there. I'm not sure why I hit my rotational buttons before those. I should have ran in with the Defile Plaguebringer immediately. I didn't. Whatever. We're still pulling, what, 1.5 million? Little optimization things here and there, though. Always trying to improve, obviously. And the packs are dead. What did I press here? It looks like we Icebounded and we AMS'd that. The cooldown of AMZ looks like it was we did that before. So 2 defensives there. Definitely worth it for a pretty scary fortified pull on a 25 because those dragons pulsing do a lot of damage. I believe we're going to hold our 45 seconds for next pull now. Yes, it looks like we are. Good. Would have been unfortunate to pop 45 seconds on someone with 4 million HP left. And now he's dead. On to next area. By next area, I just mean the exact same pull. But we single pull this one, I believe, because I don't think anyone really had cooldowns. Looks like we do. I'm not sure. I haven't watched any of the really high falls. I don't know if they double pull both of those or not. Seems like that would really, really hurt. But we weren't risking it, especially because this is a pug. It's just me and my tank, obviously, Silas. You guys have seen it in my other videos. But it's just me and him in this key. So we're not in comms with everybody else. So I guess we just decided to one pull this. We would one pull it anyways if it was our normal group. But I'm not sure if really high keys are double pulling that or not yet. I haven't watched a really high fall in a little bit. I mean, because like you can see, just this single guy, he's pumping damage out. On to the next one. We'll see if I pop 1.5 minutes here. Okay, I do. Good. Smart. I think I'll yep, pop 2 minutes too. Nice. As you should. These packs hurt. Obviously, it's not as much of a problem as that area before second boss, but these guys still really hurt the Pulsing Dragons, so... See if we pop anything here. Any defensives, or if we might just end up saving them for boss and be living off death strikes at this point. Because I like to save my defenses for next boss, because our Phyllis likes to bounce the orbs off me, because we're in comms, obviously, so I can plan defensives ahead of time to bounce orbs. Looks like we pop an AMS late there. That's okay. It should be up by the time orbs come out on next boss anyways. And then this guy's dead. So yeah, Blade of Galakrond. Obviously a pretty tough boss, especially on high Tyrannicals because of the initial orb damage coming out. Again, as a Death Knight, we have a lot of health and we have 3 defensives, plus Health Stone, plus Death Strikes, so kind of 5 defensives with AMZ in there as well. So we're a good target to bounce orbs off of. You can pretty much have a defensive up every time you're going to need an orb bounced to you. So if you're in comms with your tank, you can plan that out, which we like to do a lot. Especially because AMS can pretty much eat the initial orb bounce damage. It also looks like we popped 45s on the pull there as well. Forgot to mention that. Obviously, we're pretty much popping buttons on cooldown, as you guys have seen throughout this dungeon. You never really want to hold buttons in a key. You're pretty much popping them on cooldown. Unless it's like Tyrannical and your buttons come up with a mob like 20% HP before a boss. Obviously, you're going to want to save it for the Tyrannical boss. We're now in phase 2, one of the scary parts, because people love to eat these wins. I pop my AMS right here. We should be bouncing. We do. As you can see, it pretty much barely ate through the AMS shield, and then I can just bounce it right back. So like I said, Death Knight things, always be bouncing the orb if you can, and pop a defensive when you're going to bounce the orb. Pretty much can't reinforce that enough. If you just natty eat an orb, well, obviously when it goes out, you're natty eating an orb. But if you natty eat a bounce, it's going to hurt a lot. It's just really annoying for your healer. You have defensives for a reason. Press them. Let's see if we're going to bounce here. We do. So I press Lichborn and just rip Death Strikes and a health pot right there to keep myself alive. So that one was a little scary. You saw us get really low. So, because all we had up for a defensive was Lichborn, which is what, 15% DR, I think? So we ripped that. The second we got the orb, you saw me hit a Death Strike and a health pot to stay alive. So I was ready. I knew the orb was going to come. I was already low, and I didn't have my big defensives. So I was pretty much ready with Runic Power to rip a Death Strike the second I got it. That's just like little things you can think about doing as a Death Knight, just to survive. If you know damage is about to be coming, have some Runic Power pools so you can rip a Death Strike immediately to keep yourself alive. Because if I didn't hit that plus a health pot, who knows if my healer would have had enough time to react to that, because that was very, very fast. You saw look at the health went up and down. And you saw us rip an AMS right there when we ate that last orb. Popped an AMZ pretty late in the fight here. Probably could have been doing that earlier. Because we were in the AMZ, I felt good enough to eat the orb natty. We hit 2 Death Strikes though to top ourselves off, help our healer out. Again, always thinking about how to make it easier for the group. Switching over to these Necrofrost. Usually these don't live too long, because alley things. And then these bosses are pretty much dead here. Reclamation going out. I don't even remember if we get another set. We might not, because they're pretty low right now. Let's see. Took me a minute to reapply Plague right there, but I remember Plague was down for a second. Yeah, it looks like one gets out, but we're not even going to bounce it. We're just going to finish him off. Nice. And on to the last part of the dungeon, guys. Just a little hallway and Iridikron. And my goodness, guys. Did some high Tyrannicals on Iridikron. He takes up a minute on high keys. This was a while ago. I was only 3140 here. When did I record this video? Must have been a while ago. Alright. I forget how big we pull this. I don't remember if he stays with this or pulls the next one. Okay, we stay with this. It must have been in the Tyrannical we did where he pulled this within the other pack on Tyrannical. It was a little sketchy because we weren't ready for it. But we lived it. We popped everything here. Army, 1 minute, 2 minutes, and literally everything. Except for damage pots. So, big damage, big cleaving going on here. Defile staying up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Someone pulled. That's not good. Chrono Melt's going out. Looks like I targeted that guy to kick him, but never did. Interesting. I wonder if I thought my kick went out, but it didn't. Blind's down, unfortunately. All of our grips are down. We have not. That's the only thing we can stop with right now. Some knockups. Looks like we've stabilized, though. Looks like we're going to be okay here. Chaos Nova. Love Chaos Novas. Pick. Nice. I'm talking as if I'm actually playing right now. Getting in a zone with a big pull that wasn't expected to be a big pull. Already concentrating and focusing off, even though I'm not playing. I'm just watching myself play. Let's get back on track here. What's going on? Alright. Into the next pull. So what's coming up? We have 45's minute and a half, so we should pop all of those, even though boss is next. It's tyrannical. I mean, it's not tyrannical, it's fortified. Wow, I'm losing my mind. Fortified, pop minute and a half's here. Kicks that Chrono Melt. Do we have line? We do have line. Let's see if we end up using it at some point. Probably not, because there's only 2 kicks here, so we should be able to stay on top of kicks. We are epidemicing, because it's 4 targets, obviously. Looks like our Defile's about to run out, but we did get both of our stacks of Defile down, so we kept that up for a while on that pull. Legbringer always up, Defile. Told my tank to stop kiting, because I defiled right there. He's like, okay. But we had to move a little bit because Beyblades, unfortunate. RIP Defile buff. 8% mastery down the drain. Re-upping our Plague, and now we're down to 2 targets, so we are Death Coiling at this point. Because more damage from Death Coil at this point. Under 3 targets, be Death Coiling, don't be Epidemicing. Boss spawns, we got knocked back a little bit right there. Swap over onto this guy. If I was smart, I would be tab targeting and keeping Death Rod at 10 stacks on both guys. But it's not that deep when they're both that low. That's just, again, more min-maxing things to just think about. And we go into boss with 9 minutes left on a Fortified. We should be okay, as long as we don't wipe. But as you can see, 17 deaths in a 25 and we're still okay. Galakrond's Fall, easiest time in the world. Love this, love it. We're lusting off the rip, because this guy takes forever. Pop our minute and a half, pop our 45s, that's all we... oh, and army was up, cool. Pop that too, and our pot. Death Knight things, pre-AMS that, you don't get the dot on you. Always, 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 always. If you're their initial target, AMS it, you don't get the dot on you. Healer will love you. So that's probably the biggest Death Knight advice I have for you on this boss. Pre-AMS that dot if she targets you with the blast. Earth Surges, just be dodging. Trying to think of other Death Knight things in this boss. When the ads come out, you can grip them together. It's usually only 2 ads, so it's not that big of a deal. So you can usually kick them, but you have nothing else to death grip, so why not? Get them together quicker, cleave them down quicker. You can drop your Defile anywhere where it'll touch the red circle on the ground. Counts as the boss's meleeable range. Is meleeable a word? I have no idea. I like it though. But yeah, you can stand like a million miles away from this boss and be safe, so don't be up close and personal, especially during Earth Surges. Just stay at max range. Why not? Why put yourself in danger when you don't need to? We had good ad placement here, so we honestly don't even have to grip them. They get Chaos Nova, they get shielded, they get kicked. I tried to kick, and they're already dead before you know it. Even on Tyrannicals, like, those guys are literally a joke. Don't even need to worry about them. Looks like our minute and a half just came up. We popped those with our 45s, obviously. Always be syncing those up when they come up. I love this tier set, guys. Just having the Maguses spawn, be spamming Shadow Bolt volleys, or Shadow Bolts and Shadow Bolt volleys. It feels so good. Like, this has been probably my favorite tier set of Dragonflight. I love it. It feels really good every time you're pressing Apocalypse in a key. Like, it feels better than any of the other tier sets felt to actually, like, physically press the buttons. Earth Surge, you see me backing up, getting a max range, so I have as much time as possible to dodge those. Earth Spikes coming out, or Earth Surge is coming out, as the name says. 45 just came up, we popped those again. What's boss at? He's about 91%. By the time we break through this shield and get to last phase, our 45s should probably be up again, I think. We'll see. Looks like Army's up as well. I'm probably going to be saving that for phase, just so we have enough to burn him. Earth Surge down with 20 seconds. We should be good to have cooldowns up again by the time we hit 90%. We definitely will. Actually, I probably might end up even holding cooldowns for a couple seconds to save them for phase specifically. Yeah, it looks like that is going to happen. Yeah, gonna grip, get them together, grip. Everyone's nice and close, cleave them all down. And 90%, get to burn phase, pop my army, try to pre-pop stuff a little bit, just so it's up, so we have everything up. I always pop an AMZ here, doesn't matter if it's Fortified, Tyrannical, help the team out. I popped that, it looks like I popped an AMS right there. It looks like I didn't pop a Icebound, I popped Icebound earlier. But yeah, and there we go guys, boss is dead, 25 Fortified down, 17 deaths. So yeah, that one area was tough. Obviously that tough area right before second boss. Always be on your toes there. My tank wanted me to roll tank spec, so I actually got him a stone scales there. That's great. And yeah guys, sorry, first video in a while, been busy, but we're back. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Catch me on Twitch, I'm trying to stream more. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one, and hopefully we get legendary by the next video. We'll see. See you guys.